Today, immigrants make up a considerable share of Catholics, and many are Hispanic. At the same time, there has been a regional shift of the Catholic faithful from the Northeast and Midwest to the western and southern parts of the U.S. Looking at numbers based on the data of the Pew Survey 2014 Religious Landscape Study, we find that Catholics are more likely than other Americans to be immigrants or children of immigrants. More than a quarter of U.S. Catholic adults, 27%, were born outside the country, compared with 15% of U.S. adults overall. Most of these Catholic immigrants, 22% of all U.S. Catholics, are from elsewhere in the Americas. The study also found that the share of U.S. Catholics who are Hispanic has grown by 5 percentage points since 2007, from 29 to 34%, while the percentage of all U.S. adults who are Hispanic has grown by 3 points, from 12 to 15%. In the two most populous U.S. states, even bigger shares of Catholics are Hispanic. Fully 2/3 of Catholics in California, or 67%, and roughly 7 in 10 Catholics in Texas, or 72%, are Hispanic. In general, though, Catholics are about as diverse as the overall American population, but their specific racial and ethnic composition is somewhat different. Compared with all U.S. adults, Catholics are made up of fewer non-Hispanic whites, 59% versus 66%, and African Americans, 3% versus 12%, and more heavily made up of Hispanics, 34% versus 15% of the entire American population. Looking at the regional shifts of Catholics, Catholics still are more heavily concentrated in the Northeast than are Americans overall, 26% versus 18%. But between 2007 and 2014, the shares of U.S. Catholics living in the Northeast and Midwest have each fallen by 3 percentage points, from 29 to 26% and from 24 to 21% respectively. And the shares living in the South and West have each increased by 3 points. In the South, from 24 to 27%, and in the West, from 23 to 26%. Well, that is an interesting look at the shifting of Catholic America as we continue to process the effects of the papal visit to the United States. Thanks again to the Pew Research Center for that survey.